past 37. February 28, 2003, Thursday. I'm going. Lakshmi was almost running. Amma, I'll be there after dropping Saranya, I said. Lakshmi couldn't even say yes for that. She just flew away. Geeta had delivered a baby boy that early morning around 7 a.m. Wow, what a happiness was that! But the very rude part of these 10 months of her pregnancy was that Veera not only hesitated to see her but not allowed any of the rituals we, the bride side family, must do to her also. There are so many things to be done after a daughter's pregnancy in Tamil families. She must be invited to our house to stay here for almost 6 months, and the mother must cook lots of foods to feed the pregnant daughter. She must be fed everything she likes to eat. That is one of the most important rituals. Secondly, in her 7th or 9th month, the ritual named Valakapu, in which the pregnant lady will be worn a handful of bangles to let her child hear the jiggling, must be celebrated. This ceremony is considered a very respectful pride from the girl's family side. None of these rituals were done by Veera. He just washed off Geeta, never minded her pregnancy nor her delivery. As far as I heard, Jaykumar was pissed off on Veera's obdurate mentality. We were all wondering where this tug of war between father-in-law and son-in-law would lead to and when would it end. After dropping Saranya in her school, I pedaled fast to Dr. Malathi Hospital in Atikulam. All going on my mind was Geeta. A small little girl, my dear sibling, had delivered her young one. I just wanted to see my Geeta instantly. I missed her marriage, missed so many important scenarios, but I felt like seeing her right then. When I reached the hospital, I saw Lakshmi sitting in the waiting area in the lobby. Enamma, why are you sitting here? I asked her. With a sagging face, she said it's sad. The baby is very tiny. He is to be kept inside the incubator for the next 2 days. Incubator facility is not here in this hospital, so they have taken the baby to the nearby multi-specialty hospital. Okay, it's a simple thing, Ma. It happens everywhere. Where is Geeta now? I said. Lakshmi pointed a room with her forefinger. I almost ran to that room. When I entered, I noted Dr. Malathi was in that room, just then finishing the delivery works of Geeta and talking to another doctor. Till then, her face was having the blood stains of Geeta. These lady doctors must be really worshipped. They are doing some godly jobs. I just got stuck with my words. You're Geeta's brother? I could see the resemblance. She's there. She pointed the room beside. I walked in the room and saw Geeta on the bed with the operation cloth worn on. I instantly ran towards her, hugged her head, and whimpered spontaneously. I kept holding her head on my shoulder for 1 minute, which I till now remember as green as it happened yesterday. When I lifted my head up, I noticed Geeta's tears sliding sideways of her cheeks, and I wiped it off. Then I kissed her for the first time in my life on her cheek and really felt the blood-borne affection that moment. In next 3 days, I came to know that Geeta's boy was brought from the hospital to the house. I just wanted to see him, so I again took my bicycle and pedaled to Atikulam. When I reached Geeta's house, her mother-in-law was feeding to the cows, saw me arriving there but didn't invite me at all. I felt it weird, but I understood her character and ignored it. I climbed up to the first floor and saw the door was opened. The first floor had just a single bedroom house in an equally open terrace adjacent to it. When I entered the house calling her name Geeta, she was singing a lullaby. I removed my slipper, walked to her and hugged her. She kissed my forehead, then kept her forefinger on her lips and said, "Shh." I giggled. She continued her lullaby softly and was swinging that cradle to and fro. I was so curious to see my son-in-law. Author's note. It's a practice in Tamil Nadu to make cradle using the saris. At least for few weeks, the newborn baby must be kept in such sari cradle. The explanation given for this is that sari cradle will give the exact compactness as the child had in the womb comparing to the other cradles. I widened up the sari cradle to see that cute little baby. I let out my breath in overwhelming. He was sleeping with all his fingers tightened, holding both his fists near his neck and the two legs little bent forward. Thank God your son is not black like your husband. He is very fair, I said as Geeta slapped my back and laughed. Leaving the cradle to let the baby sleep, I sat down on the floor to talk with Geeta. I saw her face. She looked very fairer. I didn't understand. How did she instantly become very fair? Hey, you look like American girl. What happened to your skin? I said. She laughed and said, you get girlfriend, she will explain everything to you, or get married soon. I didn't understand what she just said. What did I ask? I asked about her skin. Why do these girls always speak so irrelevant to anything we deal? Ayyo, loosu Anna. I just now have delivered a baby. I drained a lot of blood from my body. I am not fair now. It's pale, she said and again laughed. After a few minutes I asked, are you happy, Geeta? She just kept quiet. Then she started. Happiness or sadness will always shut its one door and come in another way. When did she become such a poet? I couldn't understand what she then answered. I just asked a very simple question. Earlier, my problem was physical. He used to come drunk and beat me to hell, but now, after this Thirupuvanam incident, he has stopped beating me, but he kills me speaking about our dad, Geeta said, and kept on watching the main door to check people. Of course, yes. Do you think our dad is doing right? Doesn't he have any responsibility in your matter? I hate that human being, seriously, I said in low voice, biting my teeth. Geeta acknowledged what I meant. I noted loads of pain in her face, but she just screened them all with her smiles and giggles. I knew about her very well. She was very good in tackling her expressions. Why not you neglect our dad? I said. How can my husband do that? He expects every ritual from our side. All his relatives are keeping on asking about that, which pisses him off. That's all. That night he would come drunk and scream at me the whole night, she said, and took a plate to eat. Are you sure you don't want to have a lunch? Come on, let's have some food, she said. Nodi, I'm full. I touched my stomach. Do you cook? A little bit. My husband asked me to start cooking slowly. I started with rice. I would get the curry and vegetables from the ground floor. Now I have started cooking everything. She filled her plate and sat in front of me on the floor. I cannot believe you cooked this. Wow, I said. Do you want one mouth? She kneaded the rice with the curry and extended her hand towards my mouth. I went nearer her and got the food ball into my mouth. It was tasty. I really couldn't imagine Geeta prepared it. I kept on taunting her being a housewife and a mother. Though she giggled for all my wits, I noticed her unwiped agony in her eyes. That very moment, all I felt was why we children grew up in this world to face all these worldly pains. We must have remained kids always. Geeta finished her food, washed the plate, and came back to me. Geeta, please, I dragged. Vada, she came and sat near me. Can you please take your son and keep him on my lap? She tittered again and said, why are you asking so hesitantly? Here he is. She lifted up the baby in her handful and placed him on my right lap. From that moment, I never lifted my eyes off that boy throughout the conversation with Geeta. At one point, she asked desperately, hey, why are you keeping on staring at him? That moment, that baby was yawning. It was so cute to look at. I don't know, I couldn't take off my eyes. I dragged the end. What happened? Your son has peed. She laughed and was about to come to take off her baby, but I said no. I just shifted the boy from my right thigh to the left thigh and noted a very little patch of his urine on my jeans, hardly 10 milliliter. Sorry, I was a growing architect then and very particular about measurements. That particular day, I can never ever forget in my life. The talk I had with my Geeta and the experience I had with my son-in-law. Past 38. Do you understand that? Said J. Kumar, neither harshly nor softly but in authoritarian way. Lakshmi had come to meet Geeta after 1 week of her delivery. She was very happy to see her grandson safe because she was much worried on the delivery day and those incubation stuff which she was anything unaware of. Now I am a grandmother, she kept on saying many a time the whole day. Geeta was not expressing anything as she was knowing what was going to happen next. She could not digest anything Jaikumar was saying to her the previous night. She kept on trying to convince him but went futile. Now it is going to happen, Geeta's head was announcing. Is your husband having any idea that he got her daughter married to someone? Started Jaikumar. Having stopped playing with the child, Lakshmi turned towards Jaikumar. Geeta and Lakshmi were sitting on the floor and Jaikumar on his chair just flipping through the newspaper without his mind entered. You are the only one coming here to see her, but why? Jaikumar kept on asking questions. That too, like an escaped criminal from the jail to see your own daughter. Why? I want to know the exact reason why your husband is trying to completely cut off his own daughter. It is the situation. Lakshmi tried to patch it up with a reply, but before she completed her sentence, intervened Jaykumar's one. What is the beep situation? A father feels reluctance to let his whole family from meeting mine. Tell me. Now he raised his voice, which made Lakshmi go dumb for a while. There prevailed a silence for a few seconds. Listen. I am a politician. You know about my entire history. I have murdered, beaten, and disrespected a hell lot of people. I am maintaining my patience with your husband just cause he's my father-in-law. I am not threatening now. But I understood one thing clearly. Your husband is trying to wash up his hands against his daughter. For him, she's a stigma, an eloped stigma. I wanted to marry her, and now he's trying to finish the story. I don't mind his beep decision. Jaikumar took a breath and resumed. In that case, I too want to maintain my dignity. I have promised to your son that I would never beat Geeta forever, and I am following that. You don't need to worry about your daughter. I will take care of your daughter. You are the only connection from this family to that. Stop it. He again paused a while and got back. Don't come to my house hereafter, he said it firmly, keeping that newspaper on that table. I don't want any relationship with a family which has no respect on me. For your information, this is what your husband wants. A separation, he said and sipped his coffee. Moreover, if one day he finds you out sneaking to come over here, you know what will be his propaganda? I don't want to say that. He has already connected you and me. Jaikumar mumbled this. I want an end. I don't want to have any relationship with your family. I'll take care of my wife. You please stop coming to my house. Let this be the last visit. Finishing his coffee, he stood up and went down to the ground floor. Lakshmi saw Geeta. Both of their eyes had loads of pain.